I'm humming a tune to the 2020 seas rain, a vibration of sweetness and a shadow of pain. It's a melody born in the back of my mind, from a version of us that I left far behind. I can feel the first notes like a ghost on my lips before the harmony falters and the rhythm just slips. I try to hold on to the way that it goes, but it's washing away like the late winter snows. The lyrics are blurry, the chorus is thin, I'm losing the place where the verses begin. It's a soft-spoken haunting, a hollow-eyed dream, falling apart at the literal seam. And it's just a half-remembered lullaby, singing to the stars in a 2018 sea sky. A beautiful brokenness, a quiet sleep tide, echoing out in the middle of the night. I can almost hear your voice in the humming of the hall, but I can't find the words that would make you stay at all. It's a song for a love that was born to die, just a half-remembered lullaby. I sat by the window where we used to talk, watching the moonlight turn the street in a chalk arc. I remember the feeling of your head on my chest when the world was a riot and we were rest. There was a bridge in the middle, a high soaring part that used to beat in time with the pulse of your heart. Now it's just a fragment, a piece of a line about a promise you made that was never quite mine. Yeah, it's just a half-remembered lullaby, singing to the stars in a 2018 sea sky. A beautiful brokenness, a quiet sleep tide, echoing out in the middle of the night. I can almost hear your voice in the humming of the hall, but I can't find the words that would make you stay at all. It's a song for a love that was born to die. The tighter I hold it, the faster it fades into the gray of the 2020 sweet shades. If I forget the music, do I lose you too? Or am I just the song that's finally through? Oh, it's just a half-remembered lullaby, singing to the stars in a 2020 sea sky. A beautiful brokenness, a quiet sleep tide, echoing out in the middle of the night. I can almost hear your voice in the humming of the hall, but I can't find the words that would make you stay at all. It's a song for a love that was born to die, just a half-remembered lullaby. Go to sleep, memory. Go to sleep, us. Everything we were is turning to dust. Just the hum of the dark I have remembered. Lullaby. I started with my phone to be a modern battleground. I scrolled back through the messages till your smiling face I found. My thumb hovered over delete, a moment cold and stark, like snuffing out a candle that was burning in the dark. I untagged you from the photos, I took you from my bio. I built a digital fortress where your memory couldn't go. I held my breath and pressed the screen, a ritual of pain, to wash away the pixels like a picture in the rain. But erasing your name is like trying to unsing a song, like telling my own shadow that it doesn't belong. I can burn all of the letters and delete you from my phone, but it's carved into my memory, it's etched upon a bone. I can paint over the canvas, but the outline still remains, a ghost of what we were, whispering through my veins. Everywhere I look, it's the only thing I see. Erasing your name is erasing a part of me. I moved on to the clouds at night, to the sweater that you left. It still smells like your promises, a kind of hopeful theft. I folded it up neatly, put it in a cardboard box, along with ticket stubs and all our inside jokes and talks. I hid it in the attic, underneath the winter crows, a coffin for a love that died, or so the story goes. I scrubbed the floors and changed the sheets, I made the whole place new, but every room is still a room I used to share with you. 'Cause erasing your name is like trying to unsing a song, like telling my own shadow that it doesn't belong. I can burn all of the letters and delete you from my phone, but it's carved into my memory, it's etched upon the bone. I can paint over the canvas, but the outline still remains, a ghost of what we were, whispering through my veins. Everywhere I look, it's the only thing I see. Erasing your name is erasing a part of me. It's not just ink on paper, it's not just light on a screen, it's the first word of a story, the most beautiful I've seen. And how do you erase a chapter when it's your favorite one to read? You were more than just a person, you became my creed. Erasing your the full-time losing job. Erasing your name with a silent, painful song. but you're in every single space, erasing your name. Sky of glass, watching the 20 specks clouds pass over the skyline, over the lake, over the choices I didn't make. The weather report says it's clear over here, but the radar is showing a storm drawing near. To the zip code I still know by heart, the place where our world fell apart. I see the lightning flash in the west, like the static that's trapped in my chest. I wonder if you're pulling the curtains tight, or if you're standing out in the night. 'Cause I can see the rain on your side of town, watching the silver come tumbling down. I'm dry on the porch while you're soaked to the bone, in a house that we used to call home. I wanna be the umbrella, I wanna be the light, but I've lost the right to keep you dry tonight. The sky is split open, a deep shade of brown, falling as rain on your side of town. Do you still have that leak in the hallway roof? The one that we joked was the living proof that nothing is perfect, that everything breaks, a monument built of our shared mistakes. I'm checking the map on my phone once again, tracing the path of the wind and the rain. It's only 10 miles, but it feels like a sea between the person you are and the shadow of me. Yeah, I can see the rain on your side of town, watching the silver come tumbling down. I'm dry on the porch while you're soaked to the bone, in a house that we used to call home. I wanna be the umbrella, I wanna be the light, but sunny side of town. I remember when your name was like a shelter from the rain, a whispered easy comfort, it could cure any ache or pain. I remember when your touch was like the sun upon my skin, a simple, honest language, letting all the good things in. We were a house on a safe street, we were a port in any storm. We were a fire in the winter, we were everything that's warm. I didn't know that feelings could be so easy and so true. I didn't know that I could feel so safe with someone new. But a river can run dry, a fire can burn out, a promise can be broken by a slow and creeping doubt. And the hands that used to hold me are the ones that I now feel. The voice that was my favorite sound is poison in my ear. It happened slow, and then all at once, a truth I can't explain. Somehow, somewhere, the love became pain. I remember when the silence was a comfortable embrace, a quiet understanding in this busy, hurried days. Now the silence is a weapon, it's a cold and heavy sheet that smothers any little spark of hope on this dead-end street. And every word you say now seems to have a hidden cost, a reminder of the trust we had, a reminder of what's lost. We're two strangers in a memory, performing in a play, and I don't know how to fix it or how to walk away. 'Cause a river can run dry, a fire can burn out, a promise can be broken by a slow and quickened doubt. And the hands that used to hold me are the ones that I now feel. The voice that was my favorite sound is poison in my ear. It happened slow, and then all at once, the truth I can't explain. Somehow, somewhere, the love became pain. How does a shelter become case? How does a story turn such a dark page? It's the same two hearts, it's the same two hearts, just filled with disappointment and goodbyes. And the ghost of what was beautiful is what hurts me the most, because I know the feeling that I am longing for is lost. Love became pain. tree. The air was cold and still. You put your hand upon my heart and swore you loved me, and you would always will. The words felt like a scripture, a truth carved into stone, a promise whispered just for me, a kingdom for our own. You said whatever happens, this will be our sacred ground. I never thought I'd stand here now and not hear a single sound. 'Cause it wasn't a war we lost. There was no final fight. It was just a slow and silent fading of the light, and the promises you made that night, like stars that used to glow, are just ashes that you keeper of a memory you don't care to recall. And the heaviest thing to carry is a forgotten fall. I saw you at the market with the whole world in between. You gave a polite, distant smile, a calm and pleasant scene. There was no flicker in your eyes, no ghost of what we were, just a stranger I once knew, faded, simple blur. Our anniversary passed last week, just another Tuesday gone. I wondered if you thought of it between the dusk and dawn. The thought did not occur. You don't remember the person that you swore you'd prefer. is a forgotten vow. Was it real for you at all? Did you mean it for a day? Or was I just a place for you to practice words you say? 'Cause to break the promise hurts, I know, but this is something else. To have it be erased completely is a special kind of curse. To know the oath that built my world is a line you can't retrace. So I hold it here inside my chest, in this quiet, lonely place, a forgotten vow, the one that only I know now, a forgotten vow. It's just a whisper, a forgotten vow. The sun goes down, I pour a glass of something strong and cheap. I put the needle on a record that was made for losing sleep. It's a ritual I know by heart, a script I can't escape. The closing credits of the day in a familiar lonely shape. I trace the patterns on the table, I stare out at the rain, and I can feel it coming, that old and tired pain. And here it is, my masterpiece, the anthem of my wrong, the soundtrack to my solitude. It's just another sad song. I swore I wouldn't write this, I swore I'd be okay, but my heart keeps writing verses at the closing of the day. Every tear's a new melody, every memory's a gone, and my whole life is turning into just another sad song. I see people on the sidewalk, they're laughing and they're loud. It's like they're in a different movie, a bright and happy crowd. I hear a stupid joke I know that you would understand, and for a second I forget and go to reach out for your hand. It's a reflex built from habit, ghost I can't outrun, a reminder of a we that came completely undone. Here it is, my masterpiece, the anthem of my wrong, the soundtrack to my solitude. It's just another sad song. I swore I wouldn't write this, I swore I'd be okay, but my heart keeps writing verses at the closing of the day. Every tear's a new melody, every memory's a poem, and my whole life is turning another sad song, another one for a love that's dead and gone. Another sad song, fading out into the dawn. Just another sad song. I'm walking through the echoes of this 2020 shed. January air tripping over shadows of the life we used to share. There's a box in the hallway, half taped and half torn, filled with the blueprints of the dreams that weren't born. The calendar's open to a day we'll never reach, like a lesson in heartbreak that I wasn't meant to teach. I see a coffee cup sitting by the sink in this hollowed out space where I'm forced to think. The walls are painted in a color you chose. Now I'm just a witness to the way the door closed. The silence is heavy, the ceiling is high, and I'm still waiting for a reason why. Broken machines, I'm losing my mind in the 22 grade. In this apartment full of maybe, watching you walk away. I found your old hoodie in the back of the drawer. It doesn't smell like your skin or your spirit anymore. Just a scent of the dust of the room in this lonely interior, this beautiful gloom. I thought about calling, I thought about if, but the distance between us is a jagged cold cliff. I'm checking the mailbox for a letter or a sign, but the only thing waiting is a dead telephone line. Yeah. Searching for the ghost of the one who used to save me. Maybe we were right, maybe we were wrong. Maybe I'm the one who didn't belong. It's a museum of might haves and could have been scenes, drowning in the static of these broken machines. I'm losing my mind in the 22, it seems great. In this apartment full of maybe, watching you walk away. Maybe forever was a word we just borrowed to pay for the debt of a lonely tomorrow. The lease is almost up and the keys are on the floor, but I'm terrified to find out what's behind the next door. this apartment full of maybe, watching you walk away. Maybe it was us, maybe it was time. Maybe I'm the victim, maybe I'm the crime. Just an apartment full of nothing. But maybe the sun went down an hour ago over the 22-year skyline. But there's a glow in the kitchen that feels like a ghost of mine. It's spilling through the blinds in thin silver stripes, washing out the color of the kitchen counterpipes. I'm standing in the spot where you used to lean, in the quietest part of the midnight scene. The day is long gone and the stars are out of sight, but I'm still haunted by the remains of the light. It's the glow on the floor where your shoes used to be, a cold pale reminder of what's left of me. I try to sweep it up, try to turn out the lamp, but the memory of you is a heavy blue dam. And it's just leftover moonlight, fading on the wall, the echo of a shadow after the final fall. It's the light that remained when you walked out the door, the part of our always that doesn't shine anymore. I'm reaching for the warmth, but the silver is cold, a story in the dark that's already been told. I'm drowning in the wreckage of a sky that was bright, living on the leftover moonlight. I found your favorite mug in the back of the tray. It's catching the shimmer in a cruel kind of way. The moon doesn't know that the fire went out, it just keeps reflecting every flicker of doubt. I remember when the moon was a witness to us, before the gold turned to silver and the silver to dust. Now it's just a spotlight on an empty room, highlighting the edges of a beautiful gloom. Yeah, it's just leftover moonlight, fading on the wall, the echo of a shadow after the final fall. It's the light that remained when you walked out the door, the part of our always that doesn't shine anymore. I'm reaching for the warmth, but the silver is cold, a story in the dark that's already been told. I'm drowning in the wreckage of a sky that was bright, living on the leftover moonlight. The sun will come up and the shadows will hide, but the night never ends on the heavy inside. You can't have a moon without a sun somewhere, but I'm just the reflection of a love that's not there. 20 seeds winter grow, fading on the road, missing your hug, leftover moonlight. I packed up your old sweaters and I put them in a box. I even changed the station from my favorite indie rock. My friends all say I'm stronger, they say I'm looking bright. They don't see me staring at the ceiling in the middle of the night. I smile and I agree with them. I say I'm doing well. It's easier than trying to explain this private hell. I'm functioning, I'm breathing, I'm making brand new plans. I just can't seem to get the feeling of you off my hands. And I know the world keeps turning, and I know the time should heal, but this ache inside my chest is just so stubborn and so real. It's not a fresh and open wound, it's a bruise that no one sees, a phantom limb I reach for in the rustling of the trees. I can laugh, I can breathe, I can get through the day, but damn, it's real. It hurts still. I was driving on the freeway, a perfect cloudless day, when a stupid cheesy love song started playing on the radio waves. And my throat got tight, my hands got slick, my vision started to blur. For a second it felt like last year, when I was happy as we were. I had to pull into the shoulder and just let the cars rush past. Just a wave of missing you that came my way too strong, too fast. 'Cause I know the world keeps turning, and I know the time should heal, but this ache inside my chest is just so stubborn. is woven in the night. It hurts still. Thought it would be gone by now. It hurts still. I don't know how. It just hurts still. I asked you how your day was as you stared into your phone. You gave a one-word answer in a flat and distant tone. So I kept on talking. I filled the empty air, described the shade of sunset like I knew you didn't care. My words were like confetti thrown into a vacant room, a temporary color in a slowly closing tomb. I could have told you secrets, I could have confessed a climb. You were nodding and you were smiling, but you weren't giving me the time. 'Cause I'm just background noise to you now, the static on the screen, the humming of the street, a sound you're used to hearing, a presence you allow, but one you never have to turn around and meet. I used to be your favorite song, the one you would sing along, the only thing you wanted to hear all day long. Now my voice is just a whisper that you easily ignore. I'm just background noise and nothing more. I reached for you last night across the great divide. It's growing in this bed where our old love used to hide. You were a million miles away, lost inside a dream. I was floating on the surface of a silent, lonely stream. I whispered that I loved you to see if you would stand. You answered with a mumble, a soft and sleepy blur. In that moment I knew the truth so cold and stark. My declaration is just another sound there in the bar. 'Cause I'm just background noise to you now, steadied on the screen, the humming of a steam, a sound you're used to hearing, a presence you allow, the one you never have to turn around and meet. I used to be your favorite song, Just background noise and nothing more. When did the music fade? When did you tune me out? There wasn't a crescendo, just a slow and creeping down. Now I'm living in the silence of a love that can't be found. Was screaming at the top of my lungs without making a sound. Just background noise, the hum of the TV. Just background noise, the sound of you not hearing me. Just background noise, like the falling of the rain. Just background, and the quiet of the